What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year to everybody. I wish you all the best health, happiness, success, and peace. I hope everybody's staying positive and definitely staying productive. So it's the new year. A lot of you guys out there are trying to, follow some New Year's resolutions, and that's great. But unfortunately, a lot of people, after a couple of weeks or just a few months, throw in the towel or find frustration in it. So I want to give you guys some insight and some tips on some things that will help you not be part of the 91% of people that give up on the New Year's resolution, because that's the statistics there. 9% of people actually follow through with their New Year's resolution. So for the most part, people overwhelm themselves. They do too much too quickly, and because they're not able to tick off all the boxes, they feel like they're incapable or the goal is not made for them. They have these limiting beliefs, these blockers. They're confused, they're frustrated, they're not getting momentum because they see more failures and more boxes unticked than they do see the ones that they're ticking off correctly, and they throw in the towel. Okay, so what you want to do is set yourself up with some realistic goals. Okay, start off small, start off with things that you can tick off on a daily basis and start to scale from there, because you'll be able to get some momentum. You will see tangible proof every single day that I did this for 2, 3 weeks, and then you're going to feel good about yourself. Then you can add a little bit more to that goal and then just keep on with that momentum. Okay, and you'll have some actual data from your performance and the execution of the things you're trying to do consistently, to be able to assess what you need to change, what things have plateaued, when things are doing good, what things need improvement. Okay, so you obviously want to have a list of what's the important things to you. And my advice to people is to write your top 5 things. Okay, write your top 5 things, and out of that list, you got to pick your top two. What's the two most important things that you get progress on and nail for the time being right now? Okay, different times in life, parts of the pie will be bigger and smaller. Sometimes when you're starting a family, that will be a bigger part of the pie, and your career might have to take a little bit of a backseat, in your health and fitness. Doesn't mean that you stop them, it just means that they're not as prominent as you starting a family and having a baby. Or if you're starting a business, that's going to be the biggest part of the pie, and you're going to have to take a backseat with your relationships, your socializing, your partying, your friends. Even with your partner, they have to understand that it's going to be a little bit of some patience involved here, and you're trying to build up a business. And your health and fitness, you're going to be doing what you need to do to maintain it, but it's not going to be as big as the business. So pick your top 5 and then pick your top 2. And whatever those top 2 goals are that you have to make sure that you don't let any of the other 3 get in the way of this. So whatever non-negotiable tasks you set for your goals to accomplish these top 2, you can't let 3, 4, or 5 get in the way of that. For example, I'll have people that are trying to get healthy because they've suffered from chronic diseases, they had a problem with their heart, they're getting sick, chronic illnesses, and they're not in a good place. When it comes to accomplishing the things that they need to do with their cardio, with their activity, with their exercise, they'll start to fall back and start doing less of the things that they should be doing. And they'll use an excuse like, I was spending time with the kids this weekend, so I wasn't able to get a workout in, or I had to take care of work, which is their number 3 or number 4, and I didn't get to the gym and do a workout, or I didn't do my food shop, so I messed up my food Monday and Tuesday during the week. You have to be clear and cut about the decisions that you make. The word decide, if you look in the dictionary, if you Google it, is a Latin word. It means to cut off. So that means that when you make a decision that you want to accomplish something, you obviously have your list of the things that you know you should be doing, but you also need to make a list of how to fail. That's the second thing I want you guys to do. I want you to write a list. After you write your top 5, pick your top 2, write a list of how to fail. So be sincere with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Write everything down that you know is going to hinder you from accomplishing that goal. Is it scrolling? Is it video games? Is it socializing? Is it Netflix? Is it bringing junk food into the house? Is it going out for drinks a couple times a week? Is it buying stuff online that you really don't need? Online shopping and all these bits from Amazon when you're trying to invest to purchase a house or put an investment into real estate or start a business. These are the things that are going to help you stay on track, is knowing what not to do. Because a lot of the time people do all the right things, but they don't stop doing the wrong things. They go to the gym, they take some walks, they have their protein shake, have a couple salads, but their sleep is off, they drink a lot, they have a lot of sweets, they have snacks at the house, they don't prep food, so there's 2-3 days a week where they're just ordering from takeout or getting bits throughout the day and their calorie count is too high. So all the hard work that they're doing and they're staying structured to doesn't really give them good results. And the same thing goes with businesses and investments and academic studies and all goals. You have to know what not to do, okay? The third thing is to set realistic goals, okay? Set realistic goals means you don't want to overwhelm yourself. Let me just start off ticking off some boxes, okay, on a daily basis. What can I stick to 3 days a week? And what things can I do 4 days a week? And what thing can I do for 45 minutes every night before bed? This is going to help you get momentum. This is going to give you tangible proof, okay, every day and every week throughout the obstacles and the changes with your routine and your schedule that show you that you're capable of this, that you're competent and you're confident, and that you actually are portraying the person in this role that you envision in the end of this goal. And that's going to give you momentum, because motivation doesn't last, okay? Habits do. But when you have that tangible proof, it gives you momentum, and then you can scale up. Too many people in the beginning cut their food too low. They do too much cardio. They do too much exercise. They do too many master classes. They take on too many seminars. They try to read too many books, and they just try to do too much in the beginning of a goal, and it overwhelms them. It seems like it's impossible to achieve what they want to achieve, okay? It becomes unrealistic. So stick to realistic plans and schedules. And to do that, write yourself a journal every day of those realistic tasks that you want to do, handwritten, okay, with the tasks, so you can see that. That's a contract with yourself. If you listen to you, the world will listen to you. If you respect yourself, the world will respect you. If you follow through on your word, the outside world will value you and follow through on the things that they promise you. So have a written list of the things you need to do on a daily basis. And then also have calendars. Have calendars in your bathroom, in your kitchen, on your refrigerator, at work, at your desk. Handwritten calendars, things that you can tick off that show you momentum, because you might have a bad day, you might have a bad weekend, you might have someone sick in the house for a couple of days that throws you off the routine. But when you see all those check marks, it's going to let you know that there's a lot more tasks that you did than you didn't do. Okay, when it comes to having a life of abundance or success or accomplishing a goal, I always give the jar analogy. Every single morning, you wake up with 2 empty jars and you're given a bag of marbles. All these marbles are votes. Okay, one jar is accomplishing your goal. It's prosperity, it's peace, it's success, it's money, it's wealth, it's health, it's adventure. Okay, it's experiences, it's opportunities. And the other jar is debt, is sickness, is depression, is anxiety, is worry, okay, is drama with the wrong people, is toxicity and stress. So every decision that you make throughout the day, every small one, who you talk to, what you say, how you respond to people, what you see on your phone, what you read, what you listen to in the car or in your headphones, in your podcasts, what you're viewing on social media, what you eat, when you exercise, what time do you wake up? What time do you go to sleep? Do you hit the snooze button or do you just get out of bed? These are all tiny votes and they start adding up. And the more votes you put into the jar for success, you'll be able to see at the end of that, hey, I've got way more wins that I stacked than a couple of those small losses. So this is not going to negate you. This is not going to throw you off because you got a couple marbles in the jar that's problems and failure. You got way more in the success jar. So a calendar is what you need to write and have visually to see reference and take data, because you can see when you're not ticking off the boxes that you need to pick up the pace, okay? The next thing that I want you guys to do is to set up your environment for success. So whatever your goals are that you're trying to accomplish, you need to set up your environment. If you're trying to exercise, you want to have fitness clothes, water bottles, maybe a couple of magazines or nutritional books around where you spend time at your desk at work, in the house, next to your bed, maybe in the living room where you watch TV at nighttime. These things will associate you constantly with your goal, okay? Have your sneakers ready by the door to do your cardio. Have your fitness outfit on the dresser. So in the morning time when you wake up to go to the bathroom, you know you got to get in your exercise for the day, and you pack that to go to the gym where you do your workout before work. Set up your environment for success, okay? And that's the same thing, retracting backwards to what I said before about having your list of not to do. You also have to be honest with yourself of what things, people, places, and things are going to throw you off, okay? Not everybody is going to be cheering for you. Not everybody's going to be happy that you're making changes. Not everybody's going to be happy that you're trying to invest into self-growth and self-development. A lot of people, they might not mean bad by it. It's sort of human nature, kind of like a jealousy thing, are going to try to get you to take your hands off the wheel and jump in the back seat with them so that you go wherever they go. So that when they crash or end up nowhere, they've got a team of people with them and they don't feel bad. Because when people see you do good, it makes them feel guilty towards themselves. And a lot of the time, it does not come out in a good expression. People will say to you, I miss the old you that used to do this, and I miss the old you that used to say that, because they don't want you to change. It makes them feel uncomfortable about themselves. So you have to stay focused on you. You can tell those people, I care about you, I love you, I like you, whatever the deal is, but this is important to me and this is who I'm going to be. If you want to level up, you can come along the journey with me. I can teach you, but I can't regress because it makes you feel uncomfortable. And the next thing that I want to speak to you guys about is just to stay focused and just stay on your plan. Along the route, you're going to hit some obstacles. You're going to hit some times where there's plateaus. You're going to hit some days that are difficult to get through. And your mind is going to start playing tricks on you. It's going to start telling you that there's faster ways and easier ways and different ways to be able to accomplish this. So just make sure you stick to the plan, okay? Whatever you want to achieve, there's thousands of people out there that have achieved that. And they started from the same place that you started from. So that's a good start. You want to be able to be constantly viewing people in your social media or on forums or websites, in community groups, to be able to connect with people that have the same goals that you have and have accomplished the steps that you are trying to accomplish. Because that's going to let you know that, okay, sometimes the sun is not always shining and I'm not always going to have an easy day, but this process does work. That's going to keep you in the game. So with these simple things, okay, your top 5 list of important things, your top 2 out of that top 5, what are the things that you really want to accomplish in the next 3 to 6 months? Know what those things are that are prominent to you. Have your list of things to do to be able to succeed in that, okay? Have your list of how to fail. Make a plan of how to fail. This will help you tick off the boxes in the list of what to do, because you're going to be able to do them a lot better when you're not doing the wrong things, okay? Set up your environment. Set up your environment around you to succeed in that goal. Your workspace, your home space, your leisure space, your social circle, the stuff that you view, the stuff that you let come into your entity, all right? Whatever you absorb visually or through your audio, through your ears, in person or through your phone or your television, so should all be construed and aligned congruently with the person you envision yourself at the end of that goal, okay? And the last thing, make sure to stay aware of the distractions. Make sure to stay aware of the things that are going to try to throw you off when you get frustrated or you plateau or you go through the hard days. If you stick to this routine, you will build consistency, you will build discipline, you will have a lot more momentum, a lot more marbles in the jar of success than you do in the jar of mishaps or bad days or small failures that came along the way. and you'll be able to build a lot of momentum. And from there, you will be able to scale higher and get deeper and deeper into that goal and get into the more intricate things that are involved on whether it's business or investment or it's sculpting your physique or fat loss. But in the beginning, you just want to tick off the basics. Don't get too crazy with too much analytics or too much science, okay? Don't go from zero to hero because it's going to overwhelm you. The longer it takes for you to do something, the better that habit will be, okay? First, start with this, then add this, then add that, and they're all going to become habits rather than trying to do everything at once. Everybody has a ceiling, a highest level of stress that they can take, or the highest level of physical aptitude that they can put out, or the highest level of, let's say, information that they can take in at that time. These things are able to be scaled up higher progressively, okay? Nice and slow. So the things in the beginning that seem like a level 9 or level 10 to you will slowly become a level 8 and a level 6 and a level 5, and then it's going to be a level 4. And it's going to be your normal. Then you can add more things to that, okay? It's the same thing as when you started school. When you were a kid and you started school, it was hard, and then it was normal. When you first went into a job and you went through the probationary period, it was really high, it was hard, it was difficult, and then it became normal. The first time you lived with an intimate partner, you went from having your free space and acting how you wanted to and doing what you wanted to, having to adjust to another person's life, and it went from being a 9 to being your normal. So all of these things in the beginning that are a little bit difficult, a little bit uncomfortable, you got to do them until they become normal, and then you can scale upwards, okay? There's a saying, average people do things until they get them right. Exceptional people do things until they can't get it wrong. So if you can apply that to your goal, do certain things often enough that you can't get it wrong, and then add something new to that program or to that plan of yours, because then you're going to solidify the base that you have with that routine or that habit or that skill set, okay? Before you put too much on your plate and you'll start slipping on this one and you lose the next one completely. So guys, I hope this can serve you, help you out with your New Year's resolutions or any goals that you have in mind or anything you've been working on from last year, okay? Dates and times don't exist in the long term of life, okay? If there's certain things that are important to you, I want you to remember that you're trying to make habits and make routines and create a life of things that are sustained and maintained, okay? You don't want to just get your rewards and lose them afterwards. There's a lot of ways to make money quick. There's a lot of ways to get attention quick. There's a lot of ways to get affection quick. There's a lot of ways to lose weight quick, but those things don't stay in life. If you do it the correct way, you'll be able to attain the reward and also maintain it for the rest of your life. And that's the message that I'm trying to give out to you guys. If you need any help, you can always reach out to me, join the team of us, and have a community of experience, anecdotally and academically, to help you achieve your goals from A to Z. If any of you guys are interested in getting into shape, I have a free workout for the men and one for the ladies. Just shoot me an email, shoot me a DM, and I'll send that right over to you guys. Stay true to yourself, stay good to yourself, let nothing and nobody get in the way of the life that you want to live. See you next time.